Welcome, everybody. I mean, this is the newspaper headlines and reviews on Signature TV. We have live with us in the studio, Chris Maduka, joining us right now. Good to have you. Good morning.
Good morning, Charles. And good morning, the world. We are here again today.
Yes, indeed, we are here again. Toll-free, toll back on our roads. Starting off with the Abuja-Makurdi. It's a new road, dualized road, and the government is saying we need to pay back the loans that we use for that construction, and we need to also maintain it. And the only way we can do that is to toll that road. Good development?
I won't rush at saying how good or bad it is. But let's look at let's look back a little on what tolling is. And some children of these days will not know what toll. When we are growing up, we experienced tolling on our roads. But inconsistency of government is what brought us to where we are. Why was tolling removed in the first place? And why bringing it back? That's what I keep saying. Somebody will clearly go and begin to kill all the native doctors that do benevolent juju for. Forgetting that the ones who do malevolent jujus are there. The ones who are the ones who are fighting to kill you. And you think you are comfortable. You go and start killing all the ones who are protecting you. It's madness. What you call sustainability, lack of sustainability policy in Nigeria has brought us this way. We have politicians who are brainwaves. If you think sustainability from the word go, there's no need to pamper anybody. By now, tolling on a Nigerian roads we won't leave us to go and borrow money to repair roads, we would have raised money. So, some politicians will get into power and say they are giving you education free, and they are there to stay 4 years, highest 8 years. And they know clearly this is not sustainable. Where in the world, all over the world, major highways, trunk A roads all over the world are told to get back them. And it's continuous. So you don't find those roads be damaged to a point that you begin to go back to National Assembly and begin to appropriate heavy budgets that would have been directed to do other things. That's what sustainability. You are paying gradually in a way that is comfortable for your tomorrow. Why remove it in the first place? Why bringing it now to pay for loan? It's madness. And I think this is what is telling us about unsustainability of Nigerian politicians and their brain. I don't know what they have in their brains. They are dumb. That's why you come to some things you know you need for life. You need roads. You need some of these things. You know, if we are still paying 20 naira in our primary schools that some of us paid, public education will still be there. Public schools will still be there. Because in developed countries, you have public schools so that you have middle class and even lower class that can afford it. Now we have killed all those sections of our economy, and we think everybody is in Aso is in Abuja. They can send their children to Oxford, Harvard, everywhere. They pay for private universities in Nigeria. A session is almost 3 million, 8 million, and it's a status symbol. I can pay. They don't think about those who cannot pay. When your children go to high schools like that and come back, they still go to the same street with poor people who their children did not go to school. What happens? Their life becomes forced into serious danger. That's what we find what's happening. Inconsistency, unsustainability of Nigerian policies. Tolling in our roads if we are collecting kobo. I told you of a friend who visited a restaurant in France. When he was coming in, he was there. Come in and eat. Somebody has paid for you. And he trusts Nigerians. The man went there, what they call it, a la carte. And he was demanding and eating even what he's not supposed to eat. When he finishes, He didn't know they were taking notes, and they were, when he wanted to step out, he looked up again and saw, pay. Since somebody paid for the one you chop, pay for the one that will chop tomorrow. That is sustainability. The smallest way to describe sustainability. And the man was shocked. They told him, that's sustainability. That's why some of you from these African monkey countries are coming to America, all these sustained countries, because they plan 200 years ago. Whatever you see that is sustaining them, and everybody is rushing there, is the sustainability plan they have in place. So the stupid thing of come today, come tomorrow, I water you, I fire you. Why are you firing and watering at instances of 8 years? No governor has sustained and followed up continuity of what the other governor dropped. No president. No minister, when you even appoint them, they go to ministries that will sustain what somebody has started. Everybody wants to start his own so that he will chop. No sustainability plan. So when Umahi brings tolling, after Tinubu government, Umahi may not be there again as Minister of Road. And they will begin to use money to build tolling booths again, because they destroyed all of them. If you see Nigerian tolling booths before, how they are, very beautiful. You see there is a big market is where a lot of things happen. And the people pay, tolls are there. What Nigerian government did with the toll they collected is another thing. That's a story for another day.
True.
Because the corruption that they share the tolling booths among them, among the prominent politicians who controls the tolling at Lagos toll, who controls the one in the Onitsha Head Bridge, who controls the one in Ibadan highway, in all those kind of big highways in Nigeria. They shared it. But whatever it is, they were returning at least some small returns to government, which over by now it would have accumulated into big money, despite the leakages. You bring in toll back in 2025. We start all over. That's what we are talking. The government has released plan of how hike in energy price. Electricity will go. Meaning government has concluded there will be hike. Another hike in electricity. We are still dealing with the hike in telecom. Then tolling on our roads to return. I don't know. Is it only me? I don't know. Is it, somebody need to tell me, am I in the wrong place? Is it only me that's feeling this? They told you that sickness has not gone around the 214 million Nigerians. You face one person and say the man who has swollen stomach should have also swollen scrotum, or whatever you call it. Is it not too many sickness for one small man? Let the sickness go around. They say hike here, hike here, hike in petroleum, hike in energy, hike in telephone, telecom services, hike on the road, you pay tolls. Very soon they will hike the air we breathe.
Apparently, that's the only thing that they can know.
Next thing, of course, that's I saw somewhere in their dull brains they were thinking about how to toll breathe the air we breathe. Because you know, when any king is brainless, he doesn't know what to do with the economy. He will start killing the people that is subject. He start eating them. But when he's hungry, I see the establishment of Nigeria, they don't have any single brain on what to do with this country. It's only to tax, and you are taxing people. Let me ask you the question somebody asked me. Do you look for something in the back of something, looking for something? Somebody somebody looking for something else. Nigerian government probably looking for money to run their government. They're looking for money in the pocket of Nigerians who are looking for money to run their own lives. Now, double wahala for dead body. And that's why we have all this tension. The human people, the Nigerians have become animals. The kind of thing they do to survive here, and they will tell you somebody is pushing them to do that. But let me tell you, however you lay your mat, you sleep on it. Whether I shout for now till tomorrow, and they want to check about it or think about it, we are here together. Let me tell you, you can protect yourselves with a massive convoy, platoon of police, army, navy, everybody, DSS, following you, one man. Because you know, if your policies are popular, you don't need all these securities. You're just imposing everything, forcing things are not normal, you know. And you go about every day, we hear one thing: tolling will return on Nigerian roads, and they'll pay. And people will pay. But I tell you, if they look deep into what is happening in this country, he said tolling on Nigeria, where people will stop to pay tolls. Let it not be a place people will stop. All our airports are tolls to airports. And you go there, you see that somehow these elements of this tolling has affected the environment where the airports are. Why did you remove it? And say that is unsustainability, because by the time you are coming back, you want to impose a toll fee that will give you some element of what you did not get yesterday, you want to get it in one day. And it's cut suya. You will go to the man who says suya, say, Mr. or whatever, Malam or Mazi, or whatever, because anybody can say suya these days. Say, cut suya, cut suya. It's coming from Nama body. Oga suya, man. Mesuya, put more suya. Now from Nama body. Nigerian government hiking and over hiking in tariffs is coming from the body of Nigerians. That's one thing I'm talking about. There's nothing. It's becoming painful, and the hardship and hunger, hyperinflation that come with it is becoming unbearable. Don't you have hearts? Are they not human beings you lead? Are we Nama? Even Nama can fight back. I remember in the Bible they say one prophet was riding a camel, and he came to a point where he saw angel of death standing. And the man kept firing the camel, move. So that the camel turned back and spoke and said, oh boy, are you blind? Can't you see? A Nigerian establishment blind, they can't see. Nigerians are suffering. Who gave them the kind of heart they are? Who did this to them? You want to survive Nigeria of things you did in the past. You want to survive in one day? Is it one day we pay the price? Even if we are sinned, do we deserve to be punished this way? Don't you have a way of gauging the punishment? Hike here, price here, tax here. Every city you enter, tax in different guises. And they are saying the signboards everywhere, they are walking. Everywhere walking. The money they put signboard of their walking can pay for primary school fees of a lot of children. Go to Nigerian streets, all governors are walking. Everybody is putting signboards, walking. You cost the price of putting those things. We play to the gallery in Nigeria a lot. We spend money in things that we don't need to, just for corporate imaging. When the whole city look like gold, paved. When the people walking in those streets are ghosts. Hunger have eaten up and moistened up all their intestines. And you keep taxing them. And all the people surround you keep telling you are doing well. They can't get to you and say once, okay, this tax people is too much. Because they are paid from what they tax all these people, that's what they use to sustain them. All of them are looking comfortably. They don't know what it means to send children to school. When you have about 4 of them in primary school, you don't have some people that use Okada and Keke, they cannot use them. They have to enter public transport, paying for 4 children to transport them, giving them money to eat. Coming back, you're thinking about a mudu of gari, a mudu of beans for these children. These are people we are talking about. And these are the ones who make up Nigeria. These are the ones who, with one little thing to sustain them, they can finish this country. And you don't think about them. You think we are on a good path. I pity this country.
All right. I mean, just like you mentioned, the fact that
somebody used 100 million. That's our first lady. Beautiful arrangement. He gave the Niger fire victims. Beautiful. Congratulations, our first lady. Keep being a philanthropist. It's beautiful. But somebody said, why not use the 100 million to pave the roads that caused the accidents? If the roads are so beautiful and gold laden, the tankers will not be falling down, exploding. Why are we doing the last thing first?
Do we now have the office of the First Lady? Because again, I was wondering whether, we now have the office of the First Lady.
Assembly. I am not a member of National
Assembly.
And
where does she get that kind of money to be able to...
No, but in a more decent society, somebody will stand where this donation is being mentioned and say, excuse me, ma, whose money are you donating? Because, you know why? Because Nigerians don't even pay tax. The government are forcing them now to pay tax in several ways. They're paying directly. When you want Nigerians, if Nigerians are really paying tax and then begin now to feel it, they will stand one day and say, Madam, how much is your salary? Where is the source of this money? We thank you for the donation, beautiful, but we want to know who. Because you don't go and kill fly on your own leg and come and squeeze it on my own. Why? To go and squat on somebody's mess. No. It must be coming from us. So let's know who is paying. Governors go to naming ceremonies and give 100 million. People clap for them and make them give them chieftaincy titles and call them Omerala of states. Whose money are the governors donating at the housewarming ceremonies? Whose money are they donating at every event of their friends? We invite them for naming ceremonies, they donate. They will shout, this governor, you know, Johnny Beribe, that's what my father told me. The yam of a foolish man is what you use to do snake pepper soup. You know?
What does that even mean?
No, like we kill snake now. Maybe, you know, there's supposed to be something and bushmeat that we're supposed to. You know, the local hunters. And they gather and they say, we need to do pepper soup of this snake. Who will donate yam? Then Charles say, I have a yam, a tube of yam in my barn. You rush to go and bring yam. All the people who we went together to hunt, we sit down, use your own yam to do pepper soup. You call it philanthropy. That's madness. If you want, philanthropy is good, but let's know the source. Whose money? Because if it's not clear, you are riding on the backs of Nigeria and give them back philanthropy. You're using fake dollar to do Christmas gift for your mother-in-law. It's what you gave, you take it back, directly or indirectly. So who is deceiving who? That's what I'm saying. Stop handouts. This money, use it in project that we can see. Let it benefit Nigeria. Don't stop in selective handouts. Some people will go somewhere again and set another tanker ablaze, hoping that the first lady will come and give 100. Anyway, a tanker fail, first lady will come with 100 million. Don't, because in hardship and hunger, people can think, you know, I'm not saying, it's wonderful. I could have said so many things, but media flooding, they started again. Media flooding will come. Nimet has won Nigeria. He won Delta, Lagos, Ogun states. But let me tell you, they say they are for caste war. Do not consume the hard at hearing man. Aga karakade ringwalo. A war announced beforehand cannot take even a cripple because it's to be forewarned is to be forearmed. But Nigeria, watch out. You will see what will happen. Nimet has given media, when we're talking about media, he gave you 6 months or 5 months, on average, let's say begin to be very careful, 4 months notice. He will still take Nigerians by surprise. That's the kind of country we find ourselves. Nobody will, as this thing has come as headline today, is forgotten. The next thing you hear on one of these newspapers, 250 died in flooding. That's the, you know, Nigerian headliners, I don't know where they get their style of headline, you know, man 70 died on top of woman. That's the kind of thing you hear, you know. They want to throw, and they think it's catchy headline. But it will still come. Watch. I'm not a prophet of doom. If in the country they will begin now to do early warnings, to keep early warnings that will announce that when the thing are coming, they will still consulting Nimet. Nimet will be consistent with warning and warning and warning. So marketers may dump NNPC as price war. I don't always want to go into it. You know, I told you, I don't trust anything that comes with oil and gas in Nigeria. It's filled with, you know, corruption, insincerity. Everyone wants to smile to the bank, and they don't care whose ox is God. So whether they don't, when I was coming to work, I saw one corn oil. Sorry to mention this, but you know, there's a number one corn oil is 995. So they begin to advertise. So we wish this will continue over time. Let the market deregulate itself. Let these marketers buy fuel from whatever source they think is cheaper. Sell it to Nigerians, even if it's 1 naira less. There will be, no matter
Some
how
respite.
small, there will be some respite.
All right.
God bless Nigeria. God bless everybody. God bless Signature Television.